Listen, guys. So I'm working on the Dark Carnival. This Saturday, I'm doing the Dark Carnival. I'm trying to get a bunch of people there so I can end the Dark Carnival either on like Saturday or Sunday. I'm gonna speed run everything I planned so we can just end the Dark Carnival for now. I'm not really gonna give up on that idea because honestly it's a good idea. I just wish more people would just look at it. But I understand that not a lot of people really want to do the whole, participation thing. So I'm deciding to just do it on Friday and just speed run everything I got planned. We're gonna be doing a lot of things, and think of this as like me doing like a game master kind of thing. Like this D&D, this is like multiple choice D&D almost. That's what this is gonna be. Yeah, so we're gonna just do that. And like the rest of Boxtober is just, I don't know, I could probably just do something more one off and one note. Maybe I'll just throw a few Bugsy pastas I have, lying in wait. That'll be something good, Basically something like that. Okay. Anyways, now, the whole SaveMLP video made me think. These guys are getting so bent out of shape because no one's listening to them and shit. It's like, and they're blocking people because, people are actually being reasonable and trying to tell them things. Trying to tell them, hey, maybe you guys should do it yourself. Because there's no incentive for Capcom to really, not Capcom, freaking, why am I thinking of Capcom right now? Hasbro right now. There's no incentive for Hasbro to actually do this. And people have been trying to say it, I don't know, this one dude, I don't know, I got quote tweeted by this one person, and they probably think I'm like, for SaveMLP, but I'm like, make it yourselves, That's what I was trying to get at with the whole video. Make it yourself, because Hasbro ain't gonna do shit for you guys. You can't hope a multi-million-dollar company is gonna just be like, yes, we need to redo G4. Yes. I mean, as a brony, I feel like G4 ended perfectly. We don't need to change it. The only thing I feel like we would need to change up just a bit, more, make Discord matter in the comic, because he just kind of appears now. We're just kind of backing away from him. Like, y'all just like, no, we're not actually going to talk about Discord and what actually happened and actually ask a bunch of questions. Not like Sonny would probably ask a bunch of questions to Discord. For all her love of the main six, you would think that she would have found something out about Fluttershy reforming Discord. Why did she only know maybe she only knows Discord being evil because that's the only thing people remember, but it's like, there's gotta be something there. And the fact that freaking Discord is in the bowels of Camelot, there's so many things we can actually go to. And I know, for like the regular person that probably make a video or a cringe compilation of it, let me just tell you this, homie. I'm a brony. If you don't want to listen to this, you can go. No one's forcing you to listen to me prattle on about MLP. You can go do something else. Just saying. I feel like G5 has a lot of potential, a lot of wasted potential they're not really doing. Most of it's pushed into the books. Most of it's pushed into a video game because we're like, what happened to that freaking red pony that started all this stuff and made all the ponies like come together in their racism. Like there's nothing, like nothing really kind of comes out of it if you played that game, because now it's like, oh, I'm cool now, we're good, you know. And we didn't find out unless the game, because of the game. It's just like, then why? It's like, then why? Why are you putting this information not in the show, not in the comic book, but in a game that no one's really playing? It's just, like, I feel like there's too many cooks in the kitchen and none of them are being consistent. And I know, Bugsy, why you want them to be consistent? They're probably not doing this. This isn't for us anymore. But it's like, yeah, not really. But it's like, you know, like, people be watching this with their, with their kids, and some of them are bronies. I'm just saying, throw them a bone. Throw them a little bit more of a bone, but I just, but honestly, I'm not like I don't like. There's nothing that really just makes me go, I hate this. It's just some of it's boring, and I just wish that like more of the potential that could have been used should be used. With SaveMLP, I just gotta say this: no one, Hasbro is not gonna do it for you. You can freaking give the signatures all you want. You can talk to my friend Christine. She would try to do petitions to like save Disney and a bunch of other stuff, and they never worked. Because we're all under the consensus that this won't work. Because even if you get a lot of signatures, even if you got 1 million signatures, they are not going to jump ship on their plan just because you got a bunch of signatures. They won't look at that and be like, look, G5 is already being made. We're already making stuff for it. We're already making branding. We got branding stuff. We're making toys. We're making the show. We're doing all this. We're making the comic books. We're doing all of this. You cannot say, we are not going to change because you all we're not going to change just simply because of your whims. And I feel like that's what needs to be said right here. Again, like I said, I ain't saying this to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just saying that this, like, you gotta be real about this. Because at the end of the day, they're not gonna sit here and be like, we need this. And you guys pushing away the fandom and getting mad because they're just being real with you too. What does that say about your character? You just don't want to hear it because you're so hung up and so set on this exact thing, you don't want to hear it from anybody else. So you can block all of us if you feel like it and get all angry and mad about it, but like at the end of the day, you guys are this is an exercise in futility that you guys don't want to do. I'm just saying, the best option is to make the show yourselves. Get a bunch of people together, get some voice actors that really know what they're doing. Get some animators commission them to do some stuff. Pay them what they need to be paid, and just get to work on it. That's what I'm saying you should do. Instead of just trying to get Hasbro to bend over backwards for you, because they're not gonna do that. And you can act like you know something. You can act like a certain person that I used to deal with back when I was talking about Toonami, back when Toonami was not coming back yet, and I was dealing with this one dude, and he had the gall to say like he knows what business is, and I'm like, no, he doesn't, because I know what really stopped Toonami, but we're not gonna talk about that. A lot of people ain't ready for that. What stopped Toonami back in the day. But I'm telling you this, you can't expect a business to look at the signatures and go, ooh, yeah, okay, let's just stop what we're doing. Let's just stop what we're doing. Let's stop making G5 and making us money and doing all this crap, because really, these fans know what they're doing. It's kind of the same logic I have for those anti-Sonic fans that were trying to shut down Sega with a fucking hashtag. It's like Yeah, like really, they're gonna look at they're gonna look at that hashtag. Like they're gonna like Hasbro's gonna look at your signatures and be like, "We're gonna just do what you say." No, because there are people working. For the whole anti-Sonic thing, I'm just gonna explain this. People are working. People have to feed their families. No one's getting laid off, so that's a good thing. And they're not gonna stop just because y'all don't want it. But for you SaveMLP guys, I really just have to say this. They're not gonna bend over backwards for you just because you have a bunch of signatures. Because petitions don't work. You can get 1 million people to do this and sign it and be all like, ooh. But Hasbro's gonna look at that and be like, well, what should we do? And they're gonna be like, no, we're gonna just stay on our course. Because that's making us money right now. You know? Most of us old bronies, we ain't even gonna watch it because, we're just kind of moving on to better, greener pastures. Folks like me, who are still going to do some G4 related stuff, do some My Little Pony G4 related stuff on my website, will always kind of keep G4 in their arts and have little mini arcs far removed from what I'm doing right now. But at the end of the day, again, I ask you, Hasbro isn't going to bend over backwards for you just because you have the signatures. Because you guys who act like these businesses are going to give a shit because you just got these signatures, they're not going to give a shit. So that's why I'm saying the better route is to make this yourself. Like how Sonic Set how Team Season is doing. They're making freaking Season 3 of Sonic Set AM with, they're animating it. They got the original composer back to do it because they're paying them. And y'all should really be focusing on that instead of just trying to be like, no, Hasbro's gonna follow us and y'all ain't gonna listen to us and we're just gonna block you. Because really you're just putting your fingers in your ears going la 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 la, not listening. These people are trying to make sense, but I'm not gonna listen because I'm so stuck and gung-ho and stubborn about it. It's not going to work. It's not gonna work, SaveMLP. It's not going to work. All of you need to understand that. The only option you guys have is to just make the show yourselves. People have done fan seasons before in the past on different stuff. Some got completed, some didn't. But you need to try at least. You guys are so creative to make your own outline, but you can't tell me that none of you could get maybe some artists. You get one dude that's got the finances to pay some of these people and that, so you guys can start getting something together. I'm just saying. That is your option. That is your only option. You can get mad. Block me all you want, but you guys can keep on doing this, but it's never going to change, folks. SaveMLP, I'm just being real here. I'm just being real on the actual reality of what's really going to go down here. All these people, anybody who's really even for your stuff, they're going to be disappointed because you guys are probably promising some of these people a lot of shit that probably won't happen. Because instead of looking at the reality of the actual the reality of everything, you're not looking at it. You're denying it. You're staying in your little fantasy bubble where you think the company is just gonna be like, oh, sure. That's not how the world works. That's not how these companies work. Because you're not giving them any kind of incentive to make them think that this might be viable. All you're doing is just saying, oh, this is going to work because it has to. And people are trying to talk to you and trying to give their ideas and their opinions to you, but you don't care. And I feel like SaveMLP, you should listen to some of us, but I know you won't because I don't know, maybe one of you or all of you are just stubborn and you don't want to listen, and that's fine. Where freaking Team Season is making the third season of SaveMLP that we all wanted, with Ben-Hurst ideas. God rest that man's soul. You know, they're getting something done while you guys are just gonna be sitting there, you know, begging Hasbro to look at you guys. At the end of the day, I'm trying to tell you guys the reality. And if you don't want to accept that, that's on you. You choose not to listen to anybody. This is on you guys, not nobody else. We all try to tip our hats in the ring and try to help you out and try to give you advice. But if you don't want to take it, that's on you guys. I'm not trying to gaslight anybody or pretend to be someone's dad, because some people act like I'm trying to be like the voice of reason as someone's father or some shit. But I'm just trying to tell you that literally these companies ain't gonna give a shit about what you want, because what speaks to them more than anything else is money. The green, the fat stacks, the fucking cheddar, the grease. They ain't gonna listen. They ain't gonna listen to you guys because you don't give them that incentive to show that it's viable and it's profitable. You all just believe that this is how it's supposed to be, and if you got enough signatures, they're gonna listen. That's not proving that it's viable. That just proves that people are interested. And that's not enough. You need to understand that. But hey, do what you want. I'm just telling you. Don't shoot the messenger now. I'm just telling you. If you want to block me, go right ahead. I don't care. Because it pretty much shows if you block me, you pretty much prove my point. That you don't want to listen, you don't want to talk to nobody about, you don't want to talk to some of the fans about this. You just want to do this your way, and then when people go against you, you're not trying to at least hear them out. And I think that's sad, because all they're trying to do is trying to, help you, and I feel like that's important too. I feel like all the blocking and all the shit you guys are saying to all these other fans that are trying to tell you some stuff, it pretty much shows that rather than you guys actually trying to communicate with these people and trying to talk to them, you're just like, no, block. Because it's easy. It's easy to block somebody. Rather than just actually say, hey, maybe you're right. Maybe we should do this ourselves. Maybe we should look at the Pony Preservation Project. But I'm talking about all these things, and I know the sad part about it is they're only gonna get to half of this video and then block me right away. Because I know the type of people that I'm dealing with here. Just how it is. Sometimes, guys, people are hard-headed, and they won't listen until that hard head gets slammed into a wall so many times, metaphorically to where they finally understand what people were trying to say. But if that doesn't happen, it is what it is. We can't expect these guys to actually listen to us. So I suggest if they don't listen, we gotta go our separate ways, folks. You know, like when I mean that, we just gotta let them do what they do. Yeah, don't give them any attention. Don't make a rant. Just let them sit in their little corner and stew if they're not gonna listen. That's all. That's all we're gonna do. That's all I say we should do. Peace.